The Oklahoma State defense, which stepped up last week against Baylor and has recovered after giving up 51 points to Nebraska a couple weeks ago.
Well, it's been Oklahoma State's high-scoring offense that's garnered most of the attention this season, but the Pokes' opportunistic defense has been the difference in the last two games. There was poor tackling and miss after miss.
We've got to play better. I mean, we can't blame them for being good. We got to blame ourselves for being bad.
This was Oklahoma State's defense just 3 weeks ago in its 51-41 loss to Nebraska, a game in which the Cornhuskers freshman quarterback Taylor Martinez put on an absolute clinic at Boone Pickens Stadium, rushing for 112 yards and throwing for another 323 and 5 touchdowns.
What can you do about it? You have to do a better job of tackling. When you play a guy that's that skilled, boy, you sure got to get him down. You got to take your shots at him and make sure that when you have an opportunity to hit him and get him down, you got to get it done.
And as it turns out, allowing Nebraska to rack up 540 yards of total offense is the wake-up call the OSU defense needed to start learning how to get the job done.
Our coaches did a good job of showing the defense the mistakes that were made in that game and explaining to them why that happened. And I think our players bought into that.
At Kansas State, the Cowboys held the Wildcats to a season-low 289 yards and followed that performance by pitching a first-half shutout on a Baylor offense that was top-ranked in the Big 12 and 8th in the nation.
Defense was excellent. As good as the offense was, I thought the defense was even better. We forced turnovers.
We stressed turnovers more.
Turnovers have been the highlight of OSU's opportunistic-style defense all season.
It felt good to get those turnovers. And we know that if we got turnovers this game, that our offense was able to go and score.
And defense is really playing well lately.
I told them I was proud of the way they competed.
And despite turning in 2 solid performances and wins over Kansas State and Baylor, OSU's defensive unit isn't ready to rest on its laurels, especially with the Big 12 South just within its reach.
We never listen to outsiders saying how great we are. We know we got to go to work every week to get the job done within our scheme that we have as a defense and as a whole team.
Every week that we have a challenge, we got to prove ourselves again next week, and that's just a plan we're going to take facing Texas.